Okay, so this video goes over the little practice quiz we had in class on statistics and data display. The first question asked hat sizes for 10 students were written, and there they are. And it asked determine the mean hat size. Well, just remember to find the mean, you have to add all the data and then divide by the number of data points you have. So I kind of did some writing ahead, just kind of to move things along here. There were 2 6s. There were 3 7s. There was 2 6 and 5/10. There's one and there's one. And then you had some other numbers left over, 7 and 5/10, an 8 and 8 5/10. So 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 times 6.5 is 13. And 7.5 and 8.5. Well, 7 plus 8 is 15. And 2 halves make another 1. So 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. So now we can add all these up. So 2 and 1 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. So that'll be 10. 10, 20, 40, 50, 70. So 70 is the sum of all the points. So I'm going to divide 70 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gives us a mean of 7. So the mean hat size was 10, or sorry, 7. This is the mean. I'll label it. Number 2. The distance between school and the gym in miles was recorded for a group of students. So there they are. What is the median distance between school and home? Well, it should have been between school and the gym, I suppose, to make my question matched. Remember, when you find the median, the first thing you do is you put the data in order, and you're trying to find the middle of the data. So find the middle. So let's see. I started this, so there's a 3 and a 3. There's a 4, a 5 and a 5. The next number is 11, then 12, then 14. Then I'm left with a 17 and an 18. So now that things are in order, I find the middle, so I can just, I'll note this end, and one off this end, and one off, I'll take one off each end, works my way into the middle, and I get 2 numbers in the middle. So when I have 2 numbers in the middle, I have to find the average, which is simply adding them together and dividing by 2. So 16 divided by 2, so the median is 8. The median was 8 for that set of numbers. Number 3, it says, consider the box plot below showing the number of letters and the names of members of the dance team. So these must be the number of letters, because that's what they're tracking. According to the plot, 50% of the players have at most, let's see, sounds like they're asking about the smallest pile here. Well, that would be the lower 50%. There's the, and they have at most 13 letters in their name. That question could be worded better. According to the plot, the players with 12 or more letters in their name make up blank of all the players. It looks like they're asking for some portion of all the players. So what portion is 12 or more? That would be here. So here's 12. So there's the portion that have 12 or more letters, and what is? So remember, this is 1/4 of the data. This is 1/4. This is 1/4, and this is 1/4. So the part that has 12 or more has 1, 2, 3/4. 3/4 of the team, or you could say 75%, right? Because 75% is 3/4. But it's specifically the people that have 12 or more letters. Moving on. Number 4, using the frequency table, that's what this is, below, create a histogram. Use the given intervals. Ooh, intervals, that's a good word. No. So intervals, what they mean, they're talking about these ranges right here. These are the intervals. Intervals must always be the same size. So in between 20 and 29, there's the frequency is 4. Between 30 and 39, it's 5 and 2 is 7. Between 40 and 49, it's 5 and 4 is 9. 50 and 59, looks like there's 3. So there is my frequency. Now I just need to make the histogram. I drew some vertical lines here just to make, sort of give myself some structure to make my histogram. And now I'm going to record the intervals down here. So I've got 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. Okay, so in the 20 to 29 interval, there was 4, so I'll go up to here. I'll make 4. Remember, histograms, the bars are touching each other. In between 30 and 39, there were 7, so there's 5, 6, 7. So there is, for that interval, there were 7 occurrences. For 40 to 49, there was 9, so I'll go up a little higher here. You guys are doing a great job of listening politely. Thank you. So there is 40 to 49, and then between 50 and 59, there was 3. 1, 2, 3, so that'll look back here. So the only other things I could add here is this graph could have a title. And the data here is describing time to prepare dinner. Time to prepare dinner. It looks like it's measured in minutes. Okay. And then on the left side here, this would be my frequency. So there's my histogram. Again, the intervals must always be the same size in histogram. Always. Number 5. So number 5 says, use the data of student arm span to create a frequency table in histogram. You will have to decide what intervals to use. Oh, hey, this problem right here looks a lot like this problem, except now they just give me data, and I need to make my intervals. Well, let's make some intervals. First thing I need to do is I need to look, what's my highest and lowest data point? Looks like there's my minimum, 55, and my maximum looks like 72. So I need, I want to make intervals that neatly fit between 55 and 72. I could go by 10s. I could go by 5s. I'll choose 10s. So I'll go from 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and 70 to 79. My intervals are the same size, and it'll fit all this data. So how many are in the 50 to 59 range? Well, let's track them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between 60 and 69, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And between 70 and 79, looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my frequency table. Now all I need to do is plot it. So let's record my intervals. My intervals were 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and 70 to 79. And I'm recording my title for here. It's going to be arm span. And between 50 and 59, there were 7. Quietly, please. Between 60 and 69, there's 9. And between 70 and 79, there's 4. I could write frequency. Remember, the frequency is how often the data occurs in an interval. So between 50 and 59, there were 7 data points. There's what the histogram should look like. Turning over. Number 6, the number of free throws scored by different members of a basketball team was recorded. So there's their plot the data using a line plot. Okay, so I've got a scale here. Carefully plot this because it's easy to mess up. So there's a 7. I'll use a dot. 5, 6, 7. There's an 11. There's 10. There's 11. There's a 14. There's a 14. There's 2 9s. So 1 9. Ah, look, I plotted on 10. That's an error. Oops. 9. 9. So we have to ignore that. 5. 4, 1, 7. Making sure the heights of your marks line up. 0, 8, 7, 8, 11. There's another 11. Another one at 7. And 2 more at 9. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. I put it at 8. Boy, it's so easy to mess this up. So let me highlight the things we should not be looking at. So this is inaccurate, and these 2 are inaccurate. I have yet to plot this thing accurately today. So using the goals, free throws, I guess this should be free throws, not goals. Determine the median. So what's the median? So let's start from the outside. So 1 from this end and 1 from this end. 1 from this end and 1 from this end. 1 from here, this end and this end. 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 Oh, it looks like we have an odd number of data points. So let's count that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 data points here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my one median right there at 8. There's my median. Sorry, this video is going a little longer. I had to pause and help some folks focus. The lower quartile is going to be the middle of the lower half. That's what's in right here. In the lower half, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that'll just be 3 from each end. So I take 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. There is my Q1. So quartile 1 is 5. My upper quartile, or Q3, is going to be the middle here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is my upper quartile at 9. So create a box plot. So the box plot is going to have a median at 8. It's going to have a lower quartile of 5, Q1. So here's my Q1. Here's my median. My Q3 is right here at 9. So here's my box, the middle 50%. And then my upper is 14. And my lower is 0. So there's the box plot. Then I have to determine the interquartile range, the IQR. And remember, the IQR, the interquartile range, is simply the upper quartile, Q3, minus the lower quartile, Q1. My upper quartile is 9. My lower quartile, or my Q1, is 5. So the IQR is 4. So the middle 50% is spread out by a range of 4. The last question here says, write one sentence that describes the information plotted in the box. Be sure your sentence describes a portion of the data and how that portion compares using the scale. For example, the lowest 50% of the data is at most, tell you what, I'll do something different. I'll describe the upper 75%. So this is the upper 75%. And I could say the upper 75%, the upper 75% of free throws ranges from, what's my low end here? 5 to 14 free throws. So I've described a portion of the graph, 75%, and then I've actually used the values in the scale. Hope this helps.